Mr. Isaac here with Miss Angela. And I just know her as Mom. And today we are going to be teaching you how to
Alright. Thanks, Sir Isaac. I'm sorry, Mr. Isaac. So what are the supplies we need here? We have just some oil. You can use any oil that you have on hand. This is just a blend cooking oil. Some containers. Just some plain water. Whatever paint you have, we have this acrylic paint. You can experiment and use whatever paint that you have on hand as long as it is a water-based paint. I'd love to see what happens with this using tempera paint, but we just don't have any of that on hand here at home. So I would love to see what you guys do with this. Experiment with it and post your videos and your pictures of your paint pours.
we would love to see them.
Yes. So here's one that we made. And in this tutorial, we're doing a variation so that you can do this at home without special supplies. Would you like to show them that one?
And we also made this one.
Yep. So, I mentioned that we need oil, and the reason for that is that's how we get these cells. Let's get started and show you how to do this. So I had pre-mixed one color here. So you want to mix this. This is just paint and water. So you just want to water this down until it will pour. There's no exact science to it. If you have a thicker paint, you're going to need more water. So just mix it until it is pourable. And then obviously the more water you put in, the more you're diluting your pigment. So you're going to get less saturation the more water you put in your paint.
Pigment.
You're punny. Okay. So we're going to add some paint.
Now that sounds like a pig.
And then give that a stir for me and let's see how that is.
Mix. Get that paint off there.
That might be a little bit too much. Okay, now this is way too runny, so I'm going to add more paint.
And pour.
Also very important with this is to do this somewhere that you can get really messy. We have been using this same cloth, this same
trash bag.
Yeah. as a drop cloth for lots of projects
that are messy.
Yeah, so we already have
we don't
paint.
want to get on our tablecloth.
Yeah, we have paint and everything all over this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is good now.
For putting the water with the paint, you can use a pipette if you have one. It makes it easier to not put too much in.
Go ahead and give that a stir.
Okay.
Okay, so we have diluted our paints. So once again, you just want this to be to the point where it is pourable. And then...
And regular paint is not very good at pouring.
They do sell paint that is specially formulated for doing paint pours, but it is just watered down paint. So use whatever you have on hand and give it a shot and see what happens. So here's your cup, here's mine, and we love to reduce, reuse, recycle. So we're going to make some round paintings. These are from pizzas. So you don't need a canvas, you don't need anything super fancy. Use what you have on hand. You can do little ones. So this little one that we did, this is just foam core. It was a sign and I cut it up. So this is also, reclaimed.
Sorry, that's my shoe.
Isaac's making funny. We have sound effects in this video. Okay.
It's just my shoe.
Likely story.
Come on.
Okay. So what we're going to do is put the paint that you want for your painting in a separate cup. So I want mine to be mostly purple, and we're going for kind of galaxy colors here. So I'm going to do that. Would you like some purple? Now, super important.
Oh.
Sorry. You all right? Okay. So what's going to help make those cells and that really cool separation is adding, so that was some water left in there, is adding the oil in between each color. So, and it doesn't have to cover it, just sprinkle some oil in there.
Just a little oil. Oh, and you said galaxy colors? Well, guess what?
What?
I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know you are. It has a really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then pour in your next color. Some black for you, sir.
Separated.
And more oil.
I want quite a bit of black.
And then I'm going to add some white.
Very black. Oops, sorry. I'm going to add just a little white. Because there's not very many.
Some red. Some do a smidge more black there.
Wait, I forgot the oil in between. I put it in between the black part. Didn't put it in between the other part. It's good.
You got all your colors. Now you want a kind of a lot of paint in there because you need to cover this whole thing.
That much paint already. That much. Yours is mostly purple.
Mhm.
I want to have a little purple. I was gonna put it all red anyway.
All right, you have all the colors? Let's give you a little bit of white.
I already have some white. But okay.
Well, you need more paint, so. Okay. So we both poured our paint in our cups with our oil. And the top looks really cool.
Careful, might spill that.
So there are two main methods to do this, and we're gonna show you both of them. So method number 1. Let's move mine out of the way because this might get messy.
Mess.
But that's the fun part. So,
I think the fun part
are you ready for this?
Yes.
Are you going to flip it or am I going to flip it?
I'm flipping this.
Okay. Can I help you?
Yes.
Okay. Put your hand flat. Okay. So, method number 1. Put whatever you're painting on, your canvas.
Or paper or cardboard.
Well, a canvas is whatever you're working on. Put your canvas on top and flip as fast as you can. Are we ready? Are we set? Let's go. All right. Now, we're going to lift it off.
Oh, wow.
Shake that extra paint out. And go ahead and start tipping it. Careful. Are you going to do it or am I going to do it?
We have to be careful with our fingers.
Now the reason that you want to be sure that you turn it so everybody can see. So you're going to lose a lot of paint here. And that's just part of how this works. Now see those awesome cells that are forming there?
That's part of the fun.
That is from putting that oil in there.
Because oil and other stuff like water and paint do not mix.
So,
lucky I didn't get it.
Now, this is non-toxic paint, so I'm not worried about getting it on my hands. I'm going to help this part along here.
That is so cool. And I love that red.
Yeah, it's got a lot of nice reds in it. Now, at this point, if you want more of certain colors to move, do you want some of this moved down here? Can we show them how the paint will still move? So you can tilt it and move that paint a little bit.
When you already have the whole thing covered.
So there is the first method.
Which seems very complicated, but kind of easy.
So the next method is to literally just pour.
Oh no.
And we got a lot of oil on the top, that's okay.
I'm not ready for that. Oh no. Oh my goodness, there's so much purple.
It's very purple heavy, yes.
I think you put too much purple.
So there's no such thing as too much purple.
You're too much purple.
Thank you.
For real, you are though.
So then we're going to this way.
Kind of the same thing that we did for the other.
Yep.
Just tilt it. Or you could go very fast and go around the whole thing, just pouring, which would get paint everywhere. Right, Mommy?
That's right.
Oh no, it's starting to dry. It's getting harder to go down. But still moving. That's the good thing. Why am I saying move?
Alright. I want that red to kind of move down, so I'm going to hold it this way for a minute.
Yeah. I think that's good.
And then if you,
It's like nebula.
it is. So I'm going to try and use some of this paint here and pour on top of it again.
Make a couple layers.
Yeah.
What do I sometimes think of? Sometimes people just take a piece of paper and then they start painting it, and it just gets higher and higher and higher until it can't even blow away in the wind anymore. Isn't that funny?
Yep. So there we go. We have two different methods to do paint pouring. Super fun. Gets to get messy.
I don't like the messy part.
What kind of kid doesn't like the messy part?
Because I have to clean it all up.
Okay. He only doesn't like the messy part because he doesn't like to clean. So two super fun techniques to do paint pouring. Basically, all you want to do is get your paint watered down to the point where it is able to be poured, and then add a little bit of oil in between your colors so you get those nice cells and that separation. And don't forget to post your videos and photos and tag us with the results. Thanks for joining us. See you again soon.